Colin Wilson from here in Smashville.
I should hold this up. That works. Oh, that was a good introduction, though. We need you at the games, I think. Well, I initially got involved with this. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago in this room with Wade Belak. I was just kind of thrown into the mix, and little did I know the compassion I would have for this program. It reminded me of my childhood, the experience that I had with bullying, not only myself, but what I saw around me. You know, when I was younger, it all started around the 8th or 9th grade. I just became a little bit of a different kid, kind of a bit of a loner, and I experienced the bullying and just very small comments that, those people who said the words didn't think much about, but, I used to go home and, I felt that isolated feeling that many people experience. And I also got the very beginnings of the cyberbullying, which I know is a big impact today because, you can't get away from it. And, when somebody had actually made up an account, and there was about 5 or 6 kids who, which I actually never really shared the story, but there's 5 or 6 kids who would, go on the internet that day and talk to me online, basically make up scenarios saying that we're going to meet at the movies, and then, I had no idea. And when that came out, I've never felt, so alone before in my life. So basically, I also saw, as I grew up, I saw a lot more bullying going on, and I was the kind of person who, I had seen it go on, and I wanted to take part of it. I wanted to stop it. So, when I saw some of my friends, friends now, and they were getting bullied, I was the person to stop it. And I think that's why this Be a Friend campaign is such a big deal. I think, I really just said it now, it's really genius, because I think these are the people that you have to go after to stop bullying, is the people who see it going on, people who can help by, just being a friend with somebody for a year so they don't feel that isolation, they don't feel, basically that isolated feeling. So I've had the pleasure of working with the Kids on the Block puppets as well. It's been a fun way to speak to some of our youth about bullying and talk to them at a very young age. And recently we've done a PSA, and I think it went really well, but I have not seen it yet, so I'm here to introduce it, and we will see it right now.
Hey Colin, man, you gotta have a lot of courage to be an NHL hockey player. You gotta skate so fast and there's all these guys trying to knock you down. Then you score the winning goal. Man, you're a hero.
You know what, Mark? The real heroes are the people who have the courage to be a friend to a person who needs one. Being kind to someone can change their whole life.
Be a hero,
be kind, be a friend.
You know what? You can change the world one friend at a time.
Okay, first start off with why did you decide to be a part of this campaign?
I just got thrown into the mix, and then I kind of had a passion for it. Thought about the bullying that I saw go on as well as I experienced in my childhood. So it was a bit of a no-brainer to get involved in the community, and I thought about growing up in Canada, the struggles I had with bullying, how if an NHL player would have talked to me, how it would have been a little bit comforting and, would have taken away from that lonely, isolated feeling that everybody keeps talking about.
How long have you been here?
I believe 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, it all started in this room 3 years ago.
You, I just watched your PSA. It looks like fun. What was that experience like?
It was very cool. It was my first one. We had done it before, but I only had like a really quick line, so it was very exciting to see that being involved like that, and I don't know, looked like I kept up with my acting skills.
Next week, I guess, the Be a Friend campaign. For those that maybe don't know what it is, why would you tell them to learn more about it and be a part of it?
I really think it's just it's a genius idea, because it's very hard. You want to tell people who in bullying, stand up to the bully. You want to tell them, things like that. But I think that the action to take is through being friends of people who are getting bullied. It takes a lot of courage when you're younger to stand up to bullies, and I think this way, to comfort somebody who has that going on, learn more about them, so that they don't have that feeling of not belonging, not fitting in. I think it's just perfect. So for people, they should be getting involved immediately. It's really it's a genius idea. It's very smart. So those 6th graders, they're smart.
talk for just a second about how very important this is, because kids die because of bullying. I mean, it's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean it's something that it's more and more in the news nowadays. There are suicides with it. There's people who they feel very stuck in their life, like it's never going to get better, and with things like the internet, it's getting worse today, obviously. So I think getting involved now is something we need to start taking action in this before it gets further into it more and worse. I think it's something that is really well designed for getting rid of bullying. So I think it's something people should be taking part of.
Thank you.